In the Dolly Parton song, Slow Jolene, it's actually a Dolly Parton song played very slow. It's a way to see or hear something in a new way. We can appreciate the tempo, beat, and meter of the song. Also, the story of the song. It's easy to follow. In the first half of our lives, we might feel that life is played full speed all the time. And in the second half, maybe the speed is a little slower. Regardless of the speed, we all have a particular meter, rhythm, and story to tell that can be appreciated regardless of the speed. Welcome. Welcome to Illinois Bridging Awareness. I'm Stanley Smith. Last week, we talked about being disrespected and the idea that it often is a matter of self respect. If you don't have self respect, you may be more likely to feel disrespected. Also, the idea who's responsible for all this disrespect? Is it the person being disrespected or the person who's doing the disrespecting? There are many social modifiers in place to safeguard from having an overinflated sense of oneself. Often it seems that the best people undervalue themselves, and perhaps others think too highly of themselves. That's probably why we have a prejudice against arrogant people. In a commencement address by Admiral William McRaven at the University of Texas a few years ago, he said, if you want to change the world, focus on small things. Start by making your bed each morning. He said, even if you have a miserable day, you can come home to a made bed. That seems simple enough. Many of us make our bed instinctively each morning without even thinking about it, right after brushing our teeth. We do these things out of habit, but we wonder, where do these habits come from? Is it values, our upbringing, or ethnicity? Growing up, I went to a rather rough high school. I didn't particularly like being there, but it never occurred to me not to be there. Some people went right in the front door and right out the back door, but that never occurred to me as even an option. We all have provenance to everything we do, what we think and what we say. It all comes from somewhere else. Truth be known, it can all be traced to some other person or some other place. We're all plagiarizers of ourselves. We're all a plagiarized version of who we are until the real us emerges. Kelly on the call last week gave the example of her daughter. Growing up, her daughter doubted everything her mom said because she was her mom. Now that her daughter is grown and having kids of her own, she sees things differently. Kelly said she often hears her own words now parroted back to her. Perhaps there's a reason we have all these social modifiers in place, and perhaps we can't recognize ourselves because we're not fully formed yet. In the 1985 film Mask, starring Cher, it's the story of a deformed young man. His face is misshapen. In the film, there's a scene where he sees his reflection in a funhouse mirror. In the uneven reflection of the mirror, he gets a glimpse of himself, whole, complete, and even handsome. Perhaps we feel like we're in a funhouse ride in this lifetime, and we only occasionally get a glimpse of our true selves. In the song Slow Jolene, it's Dolly Parton played slow. It has a completely different feeling. Sometimes it's not what we say, it's how we say it. We're all on a journey in this lifetime. It is kind of like a funhouse ride, sometimes very fast, and other times more like slow motion. But if we pay attention, we can see ourselves emerging from it. Sometimes we need to step aside and let ourselves pass by. If you would like to join us at Illinois Bridging Awareness, the Saturday call is every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.